Okay, this is a demonstration of how you chain with an honest-to-goodness steel tape. This is Gene Rodriguez, who is staring into the sun, and Tina, and we're going to show you how people used to do things. We got 2 points here. We got one back of curb at an expansion joint, and we've got one of the pins, or one of the control points that we set up for the college. Now, when you're using a steel chain, a steel tape, one of the things you have to do is to put tension on it. So it's kind of a game of tug of war. So Tina's got this little tool to use to hold the chain tight. We'll show it to you later. But anyway, so go ahead, Gene and Tina, and do the slope first. This is if you are holding the slope. So you're going to get a longer distance than the horizontal distance. See, we're actually going uphill. So what's your distance?
26.8.
26.8. Now, holding a chain horizontal perfectly was one of those things you used to have to learn by doing. And you used to have chain gangs, literally. On any survey crew. You'd have the instrument people, and then you'd have the chain people. And what you have to do is hold the chain tight and hold it level. And that's what Tina's going to provide the pressure on there. Gene's going to pull. And you can see that he's using a plumb bob. So I'm going to call that level. So now, what's your distance?
26.75.
Okay, so basically about 5/100ths difference. It takes a fair amount of slope to where you have a difference between the horizontal distance and the slope distance. But 5/100ths over 26 feet is pretty significant, particularly if you're going 26 feet, 26 feet, 26 feet, 26 feet. If that were 260 feet, that would be a ½ a foot difference, which is going to throw your boundary off. So that's we just demonstrated one way of doing it, chaining. What was the other method, which I explained in the tape in the classroom, was to actually use an inclinometer. We've got a slope distance, and I have an inclinometer, and it sort of works like this. You have a sighting, get a picture of it, turn it right side up. You have a sighting vane, and you can look down there, and it's kind of hard doing this when I've only got 2 hands, but if you are sighted correctly, then all you have to do is get the bubble level straight. So you automatically know that that is right there. Let's see what kind of slope we have with Gene. Because Gene and I are almost exactly the same height, and when I operate the inclinometer correctly, I get a slope of about 25 degrees. And that's important for calculating slope distance and converting it to horizontal distance. So that's a quick demonstration using that. Go ahead and lay the chain on the ground for now. That was a truck. That was a loud truck. It wasn't what I had for dinner. These are chaining pins, implements of destruction. And you have 11 pins in a set, and if we were using a 100-foot chain, you would run 100 feet from the starting point. You'd have a pin set horizontally or perpendicular to the direction of travel. That's the first pin is for 0 distance, and then each pin after that would be for 100 feet. So 11 pins would equal, in this case, 1,000 feet. Go ahead and pull one of those out if you wouldn't be careful. They're sharp. And don't drop them on your foot. Because what you do is that when you get to the beginning or the end, you put it, well, I'll do that a little bit better, that way. So that your chaining pin, wherever it is, there it is perpendicular to the direction you're traveling, and it's easy to see. You don't have to worry about where to put the end of the tape. You put it right there. So it's real easy to keep track. So you have 11 pins in each group, and you call that an out. So that's a very short chaining demonstration. You do get the fiberglass tape. You can do the same thing with the fiberglass tape. I just pulled out the steel tape because we don't use it very often. Yeah, you gotta pull that. And basically, fiberglass tape works really, really well. It has certain advantages over a steel tape. It contracts and expands less, and it doesn't conduct electricity. You laugh. There have been people killed by getting themselves electrocuted. But those are your two major tools. We'll go into how you two-tape. You've already done that once in an exercise. But two-taping is a very economical and accurate way of determining the location of a third point based on 2 points that you're confident in. So that's it on the chaining for now. And thank you, Tina. And thank you, Gene, for helping out on this.